So we're at the Taj Mahal, which is in Agra, India, which is about 3 hours drive from Delhi. And this blog post will basically tell you about priceism that I just faced. Right. So what happened is, if you come here to the Taj Mahal, I'm actually at the Taj Mahal, looking the other way, so it's behind me. You can't see it, but what happens is, if you're a foreigner, you pay 750 rupees, which is about $15. And if you are from India, you pay 20 rupees, which is about 40 cents. So, and you get exactly this. These are the tickets. So if you can see that, that's 750 rupees Taj Mahal, and that's 20 rupees Taj Mahal. That's what does that say? It says for an Indian citizen, and the foreign one has been used up. Not that I tried to pretend to be an Indian and didn't work for me, but anyway. So what happened was, so 40 cents and $15. How do you explain that? Well, this is just clever marketing strategy, right? So if you have the mass population that's never going to pay $15 to see or buy your product, and on the other hand, you have all these foreigners that are spending thousands of dollars to travel from around the world, and they've made the 3-hour journey from Delhi, and they've taken a flight out. Another $15 is not going to kill them budget, right? So if they turn up at the gate and it says $15, they're not going to go, oh man, and then go away, right? They've had too much sunk costs, so they're going to pay that $15. And for most foreigners that can afford to come on holiday, $15 is no big deal. But to the local population, that is probably a bigger deal. So what you need is some sort of differentiation in terms of pricing to be able to say, look, to be able to generate more money from the masses of Indians, right? And why this is interesting is that this will be a lot more interesting on the internet as well. So what you'll have is people that are now sort of buying digital goods. For instance, iTunes. iTunes sells songs for 99 cents. Now, to an American or most Europeans, that's not such a big deal, and the convenience you get, and it's legit, and some money goes to the artist, etc., etc. You think, okay, I'll pay for that 99 cents, no big deal. But now, in this part of the world, it's a lot bigger deal to pay that 99 cents for that song. So now, what will happen? I think what will happen is that you'll have Indians. Potentially the computer is going to know from your credit card or your IP address that you're based out in India, and maybe your song cost will be 9 cents, right? And if you're based out in the US, it stays at 99 cents. So an American consumer, well, they might feel it's some sort of discrimination or taxing or whatever, but the thing is, I think it's the only fair way, because the currencies in the different parts of the world mean different things. So what will happen is Americans will continue paying 99 cents, and if Apple and companies like this want to bring in China and India and the developing world into the market, they have to bring in a different price for them. So it's like the rich are paying a bit more, and but then iTunes and these artists are able to bring in 1 billion other Indians and Chinese and etc. into the market. Right now, as it stands at 99 cents or whatever the legitimate price of a CD is, like $10, $15. All that happens is, in all the developing world, is you only get pirated music. It's either you get pirated or you get no music. So with that price differentiation, digital downloads will be different pricing depending on your country, and that is going to be determined by your IP address, your credit card, or perhaps even your mobile number. So if you text in, it'll recognize, okay, you're texting from an Indian mobile, so if you're paying a premium charge, you'll pay a different charge than if you pay from an American number. And a mobile, not that I'm a text messaging guy or anything, is much better, safer way to differentiate than IP addresses, etc. Right? So one thing will be that. The other thing will happen is you'll have differentiation by language. So for instance, as an author, I might want to sell my book. I'll sell it for $20 if you buy the English version, and you can buy that from anywhere in the world. Or I'll sell it for $2 if you want to buy the Hindi version, and I'll sell it for $4 if you want to buy Swahili, or whatever I feel that the right pricing is for the different language types and what people pay. So that's what's going to happen is differentiation by country or by language. And I'm sure there might be ways that on the internet you have different differentiations by creating different brands altogether. So what I might do is I might have Amazon, which has a spectacular service or whatever, or I'll say, look, you can buy from Crapazon, which will Crapazon will give you crappy service and longer delivery times, no guarantee if it'll get there, but it'll be even cheaper, So the no frills version, I know whatever that might be. So as a business guy, I might differentiate like that. I might create the same, pretty much similar products, but I'll take away some features. Now, companies like Hewlett-Packard and all these printing companies, they already do that to a certain extent. They even have some printers which can print faster, but they install extra chips on them to slow them down, so they can pay. So you buy the one without the extra chip, so that you get the faster version, and that way they can charge more for one product and a different price for another product, and that satisfies both needs. And you need to be able to do that in marketing, because you're going to lose out on a lot of the mass market if you just charge for the expensive, and if you lower your pricing, then you're going to lose out on a lot of stuff as well. The other things to learn about is market skimming. It's a pricing skimming. So this doesn't really apply in this context of the Taj Mahal, because they've just set their price. The Taj Mahal has been going for hundreds of years at 750 rupees. But in other more technological products, or if you have a new innovation coming out, you might want to do different pricing. So you might want to start the product out, let's say, expensive, and try to get as much from the consumers as you can when the buzz is there. And once the buzz goes away, you lower the pricing. So what happens is, let's say something like an iPod, they'll have a higher starting price, and then what will happen is, once the market is the early adapters, as they're called, buy the goods, 3 months later you bring in a different lower price, which will make it better for the masses. So pricing is critical questions to think about for your products. I mean, these things keep me up at night, and there's pricing specialists, but you do need to master the pricing, because if you sell the product at too low for price, the consumer might not feel it's worth the value. And ironically, some people pay more once. There's examples of whiskey companies. I can't remember which ones, but once they jacked up the prices, people thought, oh wow, it must be good. So they started buying more of those whiskeys. I think it was Goose whiskey. So that's it. Pricing is something you have to really, really, really think about. And as I said, from the Taj Mahal in India, they have it. They have a simple solution. If you're a foreigner, $15. If you're a local Indian, 40 cents. Smart, and it works, right? No one's complaining. I'm not going to, start protesting. And it works. So this is Amir Anzur.com. Subscribe, and I'll see you at the next blog post.